7:26. Welcome back. First part of our spotlight on North Alton Godfrey Business Council. Patty and Terry Seymour. How are we guys doing today?
Doing great.
Good.
Is it warm outside yet?
Nope.
Comfortable.
Comfortable? You know, yesterday, I'm not going to lie, I've been in complainer status lately because I haven't experienced a real spring in such a long time, and this is a kind of a real spring. We're getting close. Is it making the petals look any prettier out there, Patty?
The dogwoods are blooming and several other flowers. Tulips are still standing good, so yeah.
Really
it is.
cool. Well, fill me in on Patty's Petals and how this idea came about and how it started getting developed.
We started in our home about 11 years ago now.
Yeah.
Just doing actually family and friends' weddings.
No.
We started it out. Yes.
Can I ask you real quick, did it start out with you doing something fun and then someone going, oh man, that looked really good. Let me call Patty and see if she could do this?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
That's awesome. And so after...
It built.
How long did it take to kind of get that all built up?
Well, my daughter-in-law, Missy, started working with me probably 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Started learning.
And she really loved it. She was the only one free to be able to do something like that with me, and she helped me out doing weddings. So then the weddings built and kept building, and then we started advertising on Google to get a little bit more clients calling, and that worked. And then we started doing some funerals, and I've been looking probably 4 or 5 years for a building. And I wanted Godfrey. Mm-hmm. We've lived in Godfrey for, well, pretty much all our lives, except for when he was in the service.
Where'd you serve, or what branch did you serve in?
Air Force.
Really cool. Thank you for your service, too.
Thank you.
And so we're back in Godfrey after the service, and I got to ask you, when you're finding the brick and mortar, this is where the fun comes in, and I see your Landmark Realty shirt on here, Terry. How difficult was it for you to find that spot where all the vision came together? Because for me, I'm the pickiest guy out there. If it's not 100% what it needs to be, I don't want it.
Well, we originally wanted to actually be able to acquire the old gas station that's out there on the corner of Grace and Godfrey Road.
Yeah, that's true.
But Arrow Sign Company owns it, and
it was above our budget.
we couldn't quite do that. I talked to Benet about it, and she told me I had an idea what Lance would want for it, and I couldn't do that. But I just want, my feeling, I wanted that gas station to be restored a bit better. And a flower shop to me was going to be great there, but it never came available.
I was constantly asking him what the price of something was.
She wanted the high profile of Godfrey Road. We both, love Godfrey. The village of Godfrey has been real good to her since she decided to start this. Mayor Mike McCormick has been to this shop, and we've done, because what she found, because it is a high-profile spot.
Yeah, it is.
It's right there on Godfrey Road, right at Martin Luther King Boulevard, where it comes together.
Mm-hmm.
And because you got the stoplights, it's not really scary to try and make a move, kind of like going to where the new Mexican restaurant is.
It's not playing Frogger. You're able to get across. That's a good point.
Yeah. And the plant stand's got high profile too.
Yeah.
So that, and pretty much whenever you tell somebody where we're at, it's always, well, we're right next door to the plant stand. So they always.
They know.
It kind of goes hand in hand. And real quick, if you're just tuning in, this is our spotlight on the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. Up first is Patty's Petals. We'll talk to Mary Cordes here, part of our spotlight here in about 10 to 12 minutes. But just getting back to Patty's Petals, to be on Godfrey Road, and you're really in the corridor of growth. And it seems like Godfrey is really coming together. There's some really exciting things. And it's really cool to hear that you had the support of the village and, having the mayor stop by. That's got to mean a lot for your morale just going forward and kind of keeping you going, too.
It was. It's been, I'll tell you what, I didn't expect a lot, I didn't expect all that, but the support being in Godfrey and people walking in and saying, well, we've never had a florist in Godfrey.
Yeah.
So people walking in and saying, oh my gosh, are we ever glad to see you're here? So at first it was just going to be florist, just flowers, fresh flowers, some silks. But we realized that people wanted gifts. And so we have stocked the shop. It's stocked now. The girls have worked very hard and decorating and getting it up ready. And, you know, we only opened November the 5th was our actual ribbon cutting.
It was 15th.
Or 15th, whatever.
But you know what's it's kind of it's not funny, but it's still there's some humor in that, because when you're in the thick of it and you're going nonstop, and you don't even, it's like, what did we have for breakfast yesterday, you know, let alone an open date, and it just shows how much work it takes to get something going.
Well,
It took 2.5 months to clean it out and get it painted and get it to where we wanted it. I mean, there was some things that had to be done. The bathroom was atrocious. And we had to go in there. It was.
But you're right,
Our
though.
girls demanded that.
Well, and you're right, though, because, you know, just like the thing with the bathroom, I mean, you're trying to get your brick and mortar together and start that next chapter. You want to start it off fresh and have it, you know, looking great. And especially in these buildings, and I'm sure you know better than anybody when it comes to a lot of this, that it takes a lot of work.
Well, it had sat empty for a couple of years.
And that's the worst part of it.
And it was, you know, it was rather dirty, and he had to build a walk-in cooler, which we love.
Nice.
And just stuff like that had to be done.
Well, that's really cool.
But it's all done.
How long does it take for a walk-in cooler to get built? I've never asked that question before.
It's actually simple, because there's a thing called a CoolBot, which is a small little, probably a computerized
electronics
indicator for tricking an air conditioner, just a regular window air conditioner, to go down to 43 degrees.
I'll be darned. That's really cool.
You know, the room was already there. We just changed the size of it, shrunk it down to about a 9x9. And then I put 2-inch hardboard insulation on the walls and ceiling. And it had a ceramic tile floor already. So being in there with water and stuff wasn't going to damage anything. But it wasn't that hard.
That's really interesting. Really cool.
And we're actually renting the building. I wanted to put that in there. We've got a great landlord, and he worked with us to help us get open, and so it was nice.
It was
everything just.
It was a team and a village to get that.
Right.
Yeah, and it all fell into place real nice and smooth. I mean, other than a couple little things that you had to fix here and there.
Right.
You know, we took the old door out that was a solid wood door and put a glass
Opened
door
it up.
in, which really opened up that entrance area. Painting the ceiling on the porch was significant, because it was all peeling real bad.
We got it all fixed up. But let me tell you a little bit about the business. We specialize in weddings. Our brides are wonderful. You know, you hear about a bridezilla. We've never had a bridezilla, ever.
Really?
Never.
That's a feat. Now, that is an accomplishment.
We've not had that. We specialize in that, and that's a happy moment. But there's also the sad moments, which is funerals. And we pride ourselves in sitting down with families that have lost a loved one and help them through that process, which is not an easy process, of picking fresh flowers or whatever they need for that funeral.
I was going to, not to cut you off, but I was going to ask you directly about that, because this is a very important time for folks, and especially someone, you know, we've all gone through that, especially when you get closer in the family tree with getting arrangements made. There's a lot of care that has to go into those, because they expect it to look a certain way, and this is a prized memory because you're reflecting on that person and those bouquets and those arrangements. Whenever you're meeting with somebody, how important is it for you to know the person that's being celebrated in that funeral?
Very, very important. We ask them questions like, did they like baseball? Did they enjoy garden work? And if they did, then we make notes of that, and we make sure, like a gardener, that we put in that piece some of the flowers that he or she may have brought along in their own gardens at home. Just things like that makes a difference to those people when they walk in and see the piece around their loved one, or you know, surrounding an urn or it really does help.
Well, and too, I mean, it goes beyond that because you're really tying in someone's life in flowers. You know, whenever you're putting this on, and there's sometimes, yeah, you get the folks that go, don't worry about arrangements, just make sure we're all together. But for the family members, it means a great deal to them.
It does mean.
And I could only imagine the conversations after the service, you know, where someone's calling you and saying, man, Patty, this was incredible. Thank your team for really reflecting on who my father, my mother, my grandmother, cousin was as a person. Do you have those conversations afterwards too?
We do. We honestly do, or they'll put it on the Facebook or somewhere. But yeah, we do. And we do that with weddings too, the happy and the sad. It's one extreme to the other.
Have you ever had to make divorce bouquets yet?
No, but we've made a lot of, I am so sorry.
I had to ask. I saw something. I don't know if you've seen this, Terry. There's something on Facebook where now there's a big thing called divorce parties.
Oh my God.
I swear, I don't know where we're going, but I'm here for the ride for it. There's folks getting flowers made and big cakes that say happily divorced on them now.
Wow.
We haven't had any divorce, but we have had several men. We get all ages of men that will walk in and they need something for their wife for anniversary. He had 2 men yesterday walk in within an hour or so of each other, both needing anniversary and just I love you. We have a lot of them.
Now, what's the turnaround time for somebody who's a little bit of a procrastinator out there? Mother's Day's coming up, and what better thing to do than to support a local business, but also a local business that's going to make a beautiful arrangement for the mothers in your life? How much of a turnaround time do you need? Just because we all know the men in our lives and the promptness of some of our delivery and order needs.
We have certain holidays of the year, of course, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, that it's all hands on deck.
Oh, I bet.
Everybody, my daughters, all 3 of them are involved in the shop.
That's really cool.
I have 2 daughters that work, one that works full-time. She's a daughter-in-law, but she's my daughter.
Right.
She works full-time. My other daughter, my oldest daughter, comes in after she's worked a day at school, and she works from 3 to 5 most days and Saturdays. And then it's all hands on deck. So we don't do cutoffs. We have a lot of florists that do that, shut their phones off, and nobody can get through. We don't do that. We will take an order. We've had people call and say, I know this is way too late. Maybe you could deliver it tomorrow, but we get it out that day on those special occasions.
Real late calls, even delivering flowers up to Staunton at 8 o'clock at night on Valentine's.
Yes, we did.
That's incredible. And not just to ask you, as a family and as parents, when you see everyone kind of coming together, and even though you're so busy that day because you're getting your phone ringing 8,000 times, it's got to be cool if you take a step back and see all the kids working together and really putting something cool out there.
We do. We have grandchildren. I've got a granddaughter that's 12.
Yeah.
Nope, yep, 12. And she helps with the weddings, and she'll come in and help us with processing the flowers, and she even runs the register sometimes.
When she goes to a wedding, she knows exactly what she has to do.
And
nobody has to tell her what to do. She knows exactly what to do, and she's
You
out.
can't ask for more.
No,
they're all
she does
involved.
a really good job.
Yes, she does.
To get back to weddings, when she was talking about the consultations, she offers free consultations to brides. All they got to do is call up, make an appointment, and then when they talk to them about what they're looking at,
What they need.
most girls have planned a wedding since they were 6.
Right.
And as they grow older, they are always thinking about what they want. And with Pinterest nowadays, there's always these pictures everybody has. They bring this stuff in, show their interest. They consult with them and find exactly what they want. And then if they have a date that already set in their head or planned, they just pay a $100 deposit to hold the date, which is refundable if there's a reason why. But after that, then they get to go to the coolers over in St. Louis with Patty and Missy and Tara when she's available to go and see the flowers at the wholesaler.
Oh.
They can then help pick out the exact flowers that they do want, and then there's a process then of putting everything together. Now, bridal stuff, we don't send pictures to them before they get it because they already have a general idea what they're getting. But with everyday bouquets and arrangements and even funeral stuff, before it goes out the door, we take a picture of every single thing that we make, and then we send it to the buyer so that they can see what
So
they
they
paid
know what
for.
they bought.
Perfect.
Because a lot of things are called in from out of state.
Oh, I
Yeah,
bet.
we've had a call from Okinawa before.
Whoa.
All over the country.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
And by the way, he is our beautiful delivery man.
That's what I was going to ask. Now, we were talking about
He
kind
does the
of
deliveries.
taking pictures and sending them to clients, but why don't we do this just to get you guys some inspiration? We are on Patty Petals' official Facebook page. Follow along at home real quick. I found a few pictures and wanted to show them with you. Let me take my lower third off. That's beautiful.
That's the shop.
That's the shop, yep.
That's
And
in
I
the shop.
wanted to go through a few of the pictures to show some of the shop off, if
Oh,
that's
thank
cool.
you.
And are these items just part of the shop?
No,
Nothing
they're for sale.
They're
Oh, they're
for
all for
sale?
sale.
Oh,
No, when we
perfect.
started gifts, we ordered a lot of things, and then we were also able to buy some things from the recent Jeffries in
Yeah.
Wood River. They called us, and we were able to buy some things from his shop.
Well, this is beautiful, and these are all perfect for mothers, grandmothers, even for
Yep.
new home buyers that maybe need some outside or inside decor. This is wonderful. And just going through, I love those type of arrangements and getting all the greenery in there and making
Yep.
it look cool. What are
Yeah.
your favorites to kind of witness, to see brought into the shop or put together?
We do all our own designs. We don't copy. I do wanna
That's
say
cool.
that. I don't do cookie cutters. We will never do cookie cutters. Like what you get when you order from
A
1-800
number.
numbers. Please don't do that.
Thank you very much. Okay, I wasn't going to get on a soapbox today, but nothing.
That is my soapbox.
Well, I'll take it for you. There's nothing worse than getting something that is cut and paste. I'm just going to be honest, because it means to me that you went, oh, I forgot about such and such. I need to get that done. When you can take an extra day and make sure that you have care and maybe some pride, put it in the passion of Patty and Terry and the whole family at Patty's Petals, because listen, Patty's Petals is going to support our community. 1-800 numbers aren't going to, and
they're
that's
not.
it's just no different than shopping
Well, you
at.
get, with the 1-800 number, you get charged more
Exactly.
than what you're going to get if you call
Yeah.
a local florist. And it doesn't matter where you're calling in the country. You can always find someone on Google
Yep.
and call a local florist, look at pictures that they might have there, and we have the same thing. I mean, we get calls from all over the country for people seeing things online to know what to.
And better quality.
Yeah.
Better quality than the 1-800 just produce 8 million of the same thing, and by the time you get it, it ain't worth it. But if you go to Patty's Petals, everything will be worth it. Patty, Terry, it's been a pleasure talking with you
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you.
And for the full listing and full services and full items available, let me direct you to 3104 Godfrey Road. That's right next to the the plant stand.
Plant
I always
stand.
say the flower shop. The
In
plant
between
stand.
the bank and the plant stand and the cut above.
And it looks really nice. It's a great corridor over there to drive
Mm-hmm.
past, and you can stop in for yourselves ahead of Mother's Day, ahead of whenever you need some inside decor for the spring or maybe even just throughout the year. I'll be there myself. 3104 Godfrey Road, or give them a call, 618-304-4100. That's 618-304-4100, or go to Patty's Petals on Facebook or Patty'sPetalsGodfrey.com for more information.
And the times that they're open is 10 to 5 Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on Saturday. And we take phone call orders 8 to 8 a.m.
daily.
to 8 p.m. So if for some reason you forgot something, you just call, place an order, and it'll get sent wherever you're wanting it to go.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick
Thank you.
break. Our spotlight on the North Alton Godfrey Business Council continues with friend of the show, Mary Cordes. It's not Beyond the Shelves. It's a different Our Daily Show segment with the North Alton Godfrey Business Council spotlight. We'll take a quick break. Daily Show hits you next on a
Thank
Tuesday
you.
after this.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Home Realty Center.
Hey, Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely.
It's not beyond the shelves. This is kind of feels weird.
It does feel very weird. It feels very weird because I came in and I was like, well, I've got all my stuff to talk about. And I was like, but I know we also want to talk about the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. I just feel very discombobulated
I do
this
too.
morning.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. When
when
I saw the email, I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds good. And then when I saw you coming in, I'm like, well, how do I do this? Because I'm
Right.
so used to like the Beyond the Shelves music
I
and
know.
the intro. All I know is that
We'll just chat.
you are a part of the community with
Yeah.
Hayner Library, and it's
Yeah.
important to be a part of the North Alton Godfrey
It is.
Business Council.
It is.
And what I think's really cool is whenever you present, and last year you did at Roper's, very eloquently, by the way.
Thank
whenever
you.
we had some microphone issues, and you just chugged along and made sure
Just
we all
yell.
heard.
Can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me in the back?
And it was really cool. But
Yeah.
when, to hear you speak about it, it wasn't because I know a lot of what you were going to say, but to see the members react to it is
Yeah.
the coolest thing for
Yeah.
everyone that's been here for 30, 40 years going, I'll be damned.
I know, I didn't know. So, and that's kind of one of the points. And the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. I mean, you've had people on that belong to that. There's such a wide array of businesses that we have in town.
Yeah.
And sometimes you hear it, and you're like, I didn't know we had that here. And so when I went to talk to them, it was kind of like you do this really broad program because you want to kind of try to hit everybody. But the awesome thing about the library is that almost to a business, we had something for everyone in one of those businesses.
Yep.
And so that was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to see the looks on people's faces like, I never thought about using the library for my business. So, yeah.
Yeah, and like your business startup center or resource center is really cool inside of Hayner.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of community information. We've got all kinds of business databases, small business databases. We have a legal reference center, so it's got
Which
legal.
is huge.
Yeah, it's got legal forms and all kinds of things that businesses can use. So it makes sense when you think library, North Alton Godfrey Business Council. How does that work? Well, we've
Like a
like
glove.
that. We've got something for everybody.
Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the door, look at the people, you know?
See all the library things.
You see,
So,
all the,
yeah.
see the library thing.
yeah.
I like it.
So, yeah.
Well, how's everything? How was your eclipse journey?
It was wonderful. We went down to Carbondale. I had the day off, took the day off, went down with our niece, and she's in school down there. So we got to see her. We got to see the eclipse.
Did
and
you
it was
make it in
amazing.
time?
Yeah, we went the night before.
Okay,
Spent the
because-
night, yeah.
I gotta ask Tara Lee. She left. I feel bad. It's my fault. I think
Oh,
I was
no.
the reason somebody missed the eclipse.
Oh, no.
I saw the kudos to KTRS is the only one that does live traffic reports, like real reports, not the
Right.
10-second sounder where it says
Right.
"Don't drive today." I felt so bad for their traffic manager. It's just
It was
like
a nightmare.
Do not go anywhere.
Yeah.
Stay home. It was like
Yeah.
a snowmageddon times
It
1,000.
was unbelievable, and I feel kind of bad because we had a really easy trip. Like, it was an easy trip down, we were able to get a dinner reservation. We had dinner with our niece. We came back up. It only took us an hour longer to get back home. And I looked at Paul. I was like, I'm feeling kind of guilty about
You're
this.
seeing
but,
Facebook of people
yeah.
like just freaking out.
I
and
know,
losing
I
their-
know.
Now, how was the experience for the total?
It was surreal. It was just the most incredible thing to see. And, you know, I was prepared for it. We had given away 3,000 pairs of eclipse glasses through the library. And so we had patrons came down that we closed the library for an hour so that people we'd given glasses to, people came down and watched it. The staff went out and watched it. It was just a really neat event. And it was kind of, I told my husband, I said, it's kind of neat because there's so few experiences we get to have together as a country, you know, where everybody's happy about something. For the most part, everybody's happy about something.
Right.
And it was a really neat experience, you know, people coming in to get the glasses and then while they're there, seeing what else we had in the library. And it was just a really great thing.
In 2017, the country came together and laughed at ourselves for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
When the picture came out of our president looking at the sun, everyone on both sides chuckled. Everyone did.
It was,
and no different than yesterday.
No, it was a fun time.
And,
it was
you
a
know,
fun time.
What I thought was cool, and not to get political, Biden kind of made a joke that said, "Don't look in the sun." And guess what? For the first time in years, no one said, "Well, that's terrible."
Right.
We all laughed and said,
Right.
"Yeah,
it was a
don't
fun
do it."
time. It was a really fun time. We had a good time.
And
yeah.
2017 here, did we have a total eclipse?
I don't remember. Isn't this terrible? I feel like. I don't think we did.
I did.
I don't think it was
a lot of parties.
You know
have
what? I
happened
don't think
since
it
then.
was right. I don't
me.
think it was because when I saw the totality yesterday, it was so stunning, and I thought,
Yeah.
you know, I would remember that I'd seen this before.
What
So
I think's cool too, Mary, is the technology. Like, you
Yeah.
know, we were a part of a conglomerate feed yesterday, but to see, because they, you know, they really said don't take pictures because it burned your screen out.
Right.
But the fact we have cameras that can zoom in that close to the
it was really neat.
crazy to
Really
me.
neat. Well, and we have telescopes at the library
Yeah.
that people can check out, but we pulled them a week before, or about 2 weeks before.
Good call.
Because we were afraid that people would check them out from the library and then use them to view, and it can
Not being
it
funny,
can
it
damage.
happened.
It can damage.
I
and
watched a video.
ruin
Did you
your,
see it yesterday?
No,
There was
no.
an individual, I think it was in Illinois. They had a nice telescope and it was
Oh.
beautiful and he was so excited and he blew his eye out.
Yeah,
It
yeah, and
literally
we didn't
singed
want
his
that to
retina.
happen. And so, you know, it's great that we can check these things out at the library, but we need to be a little safe with them too.
And
So
you-
we pulled them out
Oh,
of circulation,
I'm sorry,
but they're
didn't-
back in circulation today. So if you want to check out a telescope, come to the library. They're back in
Didn't mean
circulation.
to be all doom and gloom for you on your eclipse, but it does happen.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
getting to the library,
Yeah.
how's everything looking this month of
Really good,
April?
really good. We've got a couple of programs that are happening. We've got Food for Fido, our Fine Amnesty program, which we've talked about. That's going on the whole month, and you can just go on our website and get the details on that. We actually have two programs coming up this week. One is on Friday at the Alton Square location from 6 to 7:30. We have a spring reading retreat, so that's
cool.
this Friday.
Now,
Yeah.
The winter one was really
The winter
well,
one went over
well
really well. It
attended.
was our first time doing a reading retreat, and so we're going to try and do them each season.
That's so
and so so it's just a chance for people to come. You can we're going to have a snack. We're going to make fruit kebabs. We're going to make a little pressed flour jar. And then it's a time for people to just sit and chat about the books they like to read. We'll have a bunch of books spring-themed books for people to select from. You can bring your own book. You can just kind of do your own thing if you're kind of an introvert. If you just want to spend the time and just a chance to sit and read, because people just don't have a chance to do that. Or you can sit and chat with people about what you like to read, swap book titles and authors. And
I've never
it's
asked
kind
you
of fun.
this. Do you talk with other readers about their interpretations of a book?
We do. A
Now,
lot,
do you personally do it though?
So I do. I because I'm a reader,
That's what I
and
was curious about.
I love nonfiction, but I also love mysteries. But even the classic, just people come in and they say, "Oh, I really liked this book," and if I've read it, I love to talk to people about why they liked it, what they got out of it. It's another fun part of book club too. Is just seeing people spin on what you've both read and how you interpret things so differently.
So I don't know. Maybe it's definitely a CJ problem. And I got a lot of them. I just, for me, if I start talking about a book, I immediately feel like I took the book the wrong way.
Really?
So I'm so nervous
Oh.
to say what I took away from it because it's like, well, I'm going to be on a completely different
I love
wavelength.
that. I actually like it when somebody gets something different out of a book than I do because it forces me to think differently, and it forces me to see the world in a different way, and it's just interesting to see what people get out of something.
Look at us
so
getting deep
I
at
know.
9:56 in the morning. It's so fascinating to me how, and this is a good opportunity for either or to really come together and just retreat.
Just exactly, and talk about books. And like I said, that's this coming Friday.
All right.
Just want to call and register for that, though.
Puzzle me this.
Okay, puzzle. I'm going to puzzle you this.
Oh,
So-
sorry. I told you I can read prompter.
You can read, and you can read upside down. I'm
Read
impressed.
prompter. That's it.
So yeah, no, we have a Puzzle Me This program, which is the second program I was talking about. It actually takes place on the 20th from 11 to 2. It's on a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Genealogy and Local History Library. And so we're going to have a puzzle competition.
No
So people
way.
can come together, teams of 4, and you can come together. We're going to have them put together we're going to have a fastest completion, win a prize for fastest completion of puzzles, and then we're also going to have some local history trivia, so some historical trivia, I should say. So we're going to have that, and for the event, the staff collaborated with the Alton High graphic communication students to create.
They're good.
They are amazing. They are incredible.
They
we should
seriously
be
are.
so proud of these kids because they put together some amazing stuff. So they made some puzzles for us, and so those are the puzzles that people are going to be putting together, local history puzzles, and they're one of a kind. You can come, you can compete to put them together as quickly as you can. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be at our local history, genealogy and local history library on Saturday the 20th.
We need to do a write-up on those kids.
Yeah,
because
sure.
On top of that, too, because you're a big CEO supporter, just from seeing you at the trivia
Yeah.
nights and all the other stuff, they're actually helping make the business cards for some of these students, too.
That's amazing.
Isn't that so cool?
I always, when we have so many good kids in our area, and
100%.
with our teen programs that we do at the library, we see that, and it's like, everybody gives teens such a bad rap. We have got some really great teens in our area
do.
doing some really cool things.
It's no different than any other news.
no.
Don't let the couple of bad outweigh the 10,000 good.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
And we've partnered with them at the library, the graphic arts. We've put together 2 books with them, and they're both for sale
Wait,
at the
what?
library. Yeah. One is Color Me Alton. It's a coloring book.
I had no
Oh,
idea.
yeah. We'll have to talk about this sometime. I mean, we can talk about it now. And
My brain's melting. I seriously had no idea.
Yeah, we've done 2 books. They're both for sale at the libraries. You can pick them up. Yeah, with the graphic arts club at their communication students. Yeah.
That is seriously
not the club,
coolest
students.
thing.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'll bring them in sometime. We can look at them, talk about them. So
I feel bad. Like, I do the segment
Yeah.
with you and
Yeah.
don't even... When did that happen?
we've had them for a couple of years. Yeah, we've had them for several years, and they're available to
That
purchase.
is so
yeah, they're
cool.
really, really neat. So.
I know what the kids are getting for Christmas.
Well,
this
yeah.
year.
You know what? I did that for Christmas for a couple of years.
So
Gave them to
cool.
the nieces and nephews,
Yeah.
and they're neat books. They really are. And like I said, they're available. One's a hardback, and one is a paperback, a softcover book, and they're both for sale at the library. And just pop in and pick one up. And I'm always trying to get the staff to come on with me. And Renee Johnson is helped collaborate with the graphic communication students. So maybe we'll see if we can get Renee to come on and we can talk about this collaboration because it's
telling you
incredible.
what, Beth was a superstar.
I know Beth is great, isn't she?
I'm telling you what, I haven't had any more. Every time, man, I got to check out Beth's classes. I got to check out.
She has great classes.
She came on and just stole the show.
I know her branching out classes are amazing. Yeah.
Now, what a wonderful world. You know.
Yep.
Now that is actually my favorite song. Like ever.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great
I
song.
love Louis
It's a great
Armstrong.
song. I kind of tear up every
Me
time I
too.
hear that song. I know.
You know what?
I love
Also,
it.
though, those movies ruined those songs too.
I don't know
Because
the mo-
there was, it was either Toy Story or one of the animated ones when they get their clock rung and they're like just flying all over them.
Oh no.
Now, detail me this. This is
Okay.
kind of cool. What's this
Yeah,
about?
so we are partnering with Jacoby Art Center to do our May and June adult programs.
That's right.
But we're actually making the May concert that we're doing. It's Mark Dvorak. He's coming. He's going to do a folk concert for us, a family folk
Really
concert
cool.
at the Jacoby Art Center. It's called What a Wonderful World: An Evening with Mark Dvorak. It's for the entire family. Mark just won a Lifetime Achievement Award from the International Folk Music Association.
That's
yeah,
big.
and so it's big, and so he's coming to play for us. So bring kids, grandkids. That's Tuesday, May 7th at 6:30 p.m. The library's sponsoring it at Jacoby Art Center, and you can register for that program at 1-800-613-3163, or just call the library and we'll transfer you to the person you can register with. But yeah, that's for the whole family. It's
You
gonna
know
be
what's
fun.
funny? I forget how many interviews that I talked. I just had Lacey and Rachel on, and we talked about the
Right, yeah, the
Like, oh,
partnership,
that's-
the partnership, yeah.
Now, whenever you guys gear up for the end of school, what does that look like for your teens program?
So we usually have team programming all year long, and we do take a small break of like 1 or 2 weeks while we get prepped for summer reading. And so we go from our normal teen programs, have a 1 or 2 week break at the end of May, and then at the beginning of June we kick right back into gear and have an entire summer reading program for teens.
That's right. Okay.
So yeah, we do a teen summer reading program as well as the kids.
Because even though there's never I'm starting to learn there's never a slow season.
Never.
With you guys.
No, there really isn't. So we are all year long planning, and we have such a wonderful staff. Sharon Wyndham, get Sharon to come on.
We got to
sometime.
get Sharon
In fact,
on.
she is going to come on. I think next month. She said she'd come
cool.
with me, and she and her staff are on it. I mean, they already have the summer reading program planned, and the programs are planned through September. So they're amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, but we are constantly 12 months a year team programming. We actually have a library program every single day of the week. Every day of the month, there's something going on. So yeah.
Well, and it's one thing else I wanted to highlight too is your support staff in terms of like maintenance. You guys have some of the hardest working maintenance crews around.
Yeah, people say all the time, like, "Oh, I saw Sherry in the yard. I saw her in the garden. I saw her doing this. I saw her doing that." And it's just, we do. We really do. Everybody at the library.
Everyone.
You know, if there's something that needs to be done, people just pitch in and make sure it gets done. So.
Well, and speaking of which, is there anything else I'm forgetting about before?
No. We've kind of covered everything.
Well, and it's kind of weird talking. I mean, seriously, like a weird deja vu feeling.
It is.
So
it's
weird.
Very strange.
But to have you a part of the business council is important. Because,
it is.
Whenever we get your insights, that's really fascinating. But it's also the opportunity just to realize the library is a resource to business.
It is. And I always kind of like to hear what other businesses are doing, because then I think, is there a way that we can help them?
Exactly.
Or help businesses like them? And then it makes us think about, is there a program that we can have or resources that we can have ready? Or I stop and talk to somebody after the meeting and say, hey, I heard you talking about this. Let me tell you how the library can help you.
And that's why I wanted to talk with you after I talked with Patty and Terry, because that's what I've kind of seen for myself firsthand is, there's been times where Methodist Village or Asbury Village, and Abria's talking, and I've seen you afterwards going, hey, that's kind of cool.
And we partner with them too. So we do book delivery to their residents that are there. So we've got our fingers all over the community.
Right. I wanted to highlight that though, because it's not just you guys are in an office somewhere. You're active in the community,
everywhere,
being a part of it, and it also shows just how amazing the North Alton Godfrey Business Council is. Because even though we're talking to Hayner, this is their segment, the North Alton Godfrey Business Council Spotlight and Beyond the Shelves on the first and last Monday of the month. But we got it on a second Tuesday this time around. Are you going to the council meeting today?
I'm going to try, but I have another meeting to go to. So if I can hit that and then the other one. Too. I know it's my vacation, but we'll see.
10:04, we'll take a quick break. We're going to come back with a little bit of a hybrid 10 o'clock hour for you. We talked to Court Wall, but one of my best interviews of the year so far is with Dr. Kathy Wollner, and we talked all about teen and adolescent and children and mental health factors and what she's seeing and all the upticks and how we can kind of spot those warning signs before it's unfortunately a little bit more progressed or too late. 10:04, a quick break. We'll come back with more of our daily show right after this on RiverBender.com.